Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to our beloved lecturer, Dr. ROSLEE and our classmate, and very good days to Mr. Pradeep and Mr. Utaya Kumar. Today, our groups from Group 4 will present our topic is client rights and counselor responsibilities. This topic prepared for Dr. Ahmad, who's a senior lecturer, who's a registered counselor with KBPA, lecturer of counseling program, Faculty of Leadership and Management, University Science Islam, Malaysia. Okay, about my part, Asma Binti Ahmad, I will explain about what is involved in the informed consent process, describe the basic content of an informed consent document. Third, understand a counselor's responsibility in record keeping. Fourth, explore ethical issues and relate to online counseling. Five, identify some legal issues and risk management strategies for providing online counseling. Okay, first of all, I will explain about introduction. Okay, we all has a professional counselor who practice counseling should not only attain or learning the knowledge and skills of individual counseling, groups, marriage, family counseling, and possessing certain personality traits and values, but it is also essential for them to be guided by the code of ethics that had been set forth in the counseling profession in Malaysia to carry out its duties in a professional and trustworthy manner. Okay, ethics in counseling actually it identified has a set of guidelines to be followed and used to assist professional counselors is carrying out their duties under the established rules. Ethics in history comes from the Greek ethos, which leads to the understanding of law, customs, moral values, and custom. According to Francis 2009, this ethics actually plays an important role in carrying out tasks in the workplace to guide individuals to achieve the best professional level. Third, ethics is also a set of rules that play a role in controlling the behavior of counselors to become a more professional person based on the aspect of the responsibility. This is the value and guideline that the counselor must adhere towards their respective duties. Okay, next, in the counseling service, there are some ethical codes that have been used as guide and reference as the Code of Ethics outlined by the American Counseling Education 2014. Normally, every country has an ethical code in the practice counseling carried out in that country. As an example, in our country, the National Council of Counsellors or in Malay, Lembaga Kaunsil Malaysia, plays a part in issuing ethical codes and counselling principles which everyone who appears in counselling profession in Malaysia must adhere to. The Code of Ethics in Malaysia emphasizes the aspect of professional counsellor practice and emphasizes on the welfare of clients, counsellor and clients. Okay, all aspects of client confidentiality and privacy are maintained to ensure that clients take weight within the context of the client's own right. Based on the Code of Ethics of Malaysia counsellors must act according to law, ethics and moral values in carrying out professional work as a counsellor. Okay, the counsellor also need to be aware of the client trust, which actually of the level of professional counsellor behavior. Okay, the first about counsellor and client, informed consent. The informed consent. Okay, first about informed consent is involve the right of client to be informed about their therapy and to make autonomous decision pertaining to it. The second is both an ethical and a legal obligation of the clinician. Third, no meets legal and only ethical standard but represents excellent clinical care as well. Fourth, requires that the client understand the information present, give consent voluntarily, and is competent to give consent to treatment. Fifth, a process that continues for the duration of the professional relationship. Okay, content of informed consent have about 12 contents. The number one is the therapeutic process, including assessment. Second, background of therapist registered, certified or not, registered counsellor or not. This is important, even at Malaysia now. Okay, the number three is cost involved in therapy. Cost involved in therapy mostly in private counselling or private personal counsellor, not a government service. Okay, next, the number 4 about content of informed consent. The length of therapy and termination time limitation have time limitation. Okay, the fifth, consultation with colleagues. Okay, the sixth, interruption in therapy. Next, about content of informed consent again. 7, benefit of risk of treatment. 8, using telecommunication technology. Number 9, alternative to traditional therapy. Okay, the next one is tape recording of video taping session. Must inform consent from client. The 11 is client right of access to their files. Okay. The 12 is rights pertaining to diagnostic classified. The number 13 is the nature and purpose of confidentiality. Okay, the next, the second one is about record keeping. Okay. Record keeping. First, from a clinical perspective. Second, from an ethical perspective. Third one is from a legal perspective. And the number 4 is from a risk management perspective. Okay. Look at from a clinical perspective. Record keeping provides a history that a therapist can use in reviewing the course of treatment. The second, from an ethical perspective, record can assist practice in providing quality care to their clients. Okay, the next number 3, from a legal perspective, state or federal law may require keeping a record. Many practice or counselor believe that accurate and detailed clinical or session counseling record can provide an excellent defense against malpractice claims. Okay, the number 4 is from a risk management perspective. Keeping adequate record is the standard of care. Must follow the standard of care. Okay. What is a content for inclusion in records? Okay. First, look at the client identifying her or his data. Second, client chief complaint. Third, physical exam objective finding. Fourth, intake sheet. Okay, next, look at documentation of referral and informed consent. Okay, this is important too. What a content for inclusion in records. Number 6, finding from consultation, referrals, diagnosis, procedures, and terms. Okay, the number 7 is diagnosis and prognosis. 8, treatment plan. What is a treatment plan? Okay. The number 9 is sign and date progress notes. The number 10, appointment dates, times, and types of service. Must write down this part of content for inclusion in records. In our records has a counselor. The number 11, termination and discharge summary. The 12, release of information. Okay. In securing records, first one, counselors have the responsibility for storing client record in a secure place and exercise care when sending records to others by mail or through electronic means. Second, helping professionals who utilize the cloud has an off-site storage tool may be exposing themselves and their clients to unforeseen risks. Okay. Next, about ethical issues in online counseling. Nowadays, online counseling is very famous and many people need online counseling, especially when we are in COVID-19 pandemic all over the world. But this is we will discuss about ethical issues in online counseling from the what is there? Yeah, okay. It is the counselor's responsibility to examine the ethical, legal, and clinical issues related to online counseling. Basic issues such as self-disclosure, confidentiality, boundaries, and your relationship can take on unexpected shapes in online counseling. Okay, What mistake of omission in online counselling? First, obtain informed consent prior to service. Second, limit access to personal information. Third, obtain a clinical license to practice in the state in which the client resides. Fourth, comply with HPAA confidentiality requirement. Fifth, respond in a timely manner. Sixth, terminating online service to client abruptly. 7. Claiming expertise in providing online service outside the scope of one's education and training. 8. Providing online service to clients whose clinical needs are so that they require in-person service. Okay, this is about 8 mistake of omission in online counselling. So, but however, we can look at to some advantage of online counselling. Okay, number 1, reaching clients who are reluctant to participate in face-to-face therapy, as well as those who have certain disabilities or chronic illness that render them immobile. This is a advantage lah, online counselling. The second, improving client access in rural areas. Wherever they are, they can get their counsellors. They can get their therapy, their session counselling, wherever they are. Okay, the third, the potential for greater numbers of people to receive service. Now, wherever people can get access online counselling, so that the potential for greater numbers of people to receive service become more crowds, more participants. So counselling with counsellor with a client from the various background have a benefit lah, to get benefit. Okay, but there is some disadvantage of online counselling too. Okay, we look at to our presentation today. What a disadvantage? Okay, number 1, danger of making inaccurate diagnosis. This one. The second, compromising confidentiality and privacy. Maybe a client not issue lah like that. Okay. The number 3 is difficult in protecting client in crisis, because not to face. We don't know how about the real client's feeling, behavior, cognitive. Okay, this is the adventures lah, more adventures. Okay, the number 4 is challenge of working through transference and counterference. 5th, lack of competence and danger of the mispresentation of a counselor's qualification. Okay, this is my attachment. I am Cikgu Asma. I have a website, counselling online, cikgucounselling.com. But after that, I just I did counselling.com with Joomla and WordPress. After that, I just free hosting only, blogspot only. That is cikgucounselling.blogspot.com for my student to transfer about counselling information, such as how to attend interview, how to fill the form UPU online, and others. This is I made it for my student, but mashallah, after that the visitor is came from all over the Malaysia student and background people, and all over the world too. Okay, this one is about, I want to share about this video too.
Sokongan dalam konteks kaunseling, dan ini kita akan terus laksanakan. Selama ini setiap sekolah mempunyai guru-guru kaunseling yang akan membantu murid-murid dalam apabila mereka menghadapi kesukaran atau perlu merujuk kepada pihak sekolah dalam suasana ataupun dalam keadaan tertentu. Guru-guru juga mempunyai ruang untuk melalui proses kaunseling jika diperlukan. Selain daripada itu, kita ada juga konsep bimbingan rakan sebaik.
Okay. The last about my past, I will explain about legal issues and regulation of online counseling. First one, a clinician or counselor license is attained for practice in the state where he or she is licensed to practice. In Malaysia, we have a Lembaga Kaunselor Malaysia under Kementerian Pembangunan Wanita dan Keluarga Malaysia. Okay, the second one is counselors need to stay current regarding the changing laws pertaining to counseling across states. Okay, the number three, at US and UK, malpractice insurance carrier may not plan to cover out of state counseling, but in face to face, they got the client got insurance. But however, in Malaysia, insurance carrier may not plan to cover out of state counseling, offline or online. This is at Malaysia. Okay, the number four. Oh, before I go to number four, maybe who our friends who endorse who sell insurance can introduce about counseling, client counseling, or client in secretaries can get insurance claim. Okay, the number four, licensing boards have a legal mandate to protect consumers who live in their state. They do not have an obligation to consumers who do not reside in their states, include at Malaysia too, as a lembaga council that did. Alhamdulillah, I has a registered counsellor with a lembaga counsellor Malaysia, and a member of PEKAMA International. There are very much benefit if counsellor or counselling practice who registered has a counsellor registered with Lembaga Counsel Malaysia. So many benefit you can got out and join a PEKAMA International. Okay. Option 5, the last. If a California consumer is traveling, this is at US situation, yeah. If a California consumer is traveling to another state and wants to participate in counseling through telephone or online, the California licensed therapist must receive permission from the temporary location. Okay, that's about at US lah. Okay, this all about my past. I will Alhamdulillah, I can, my part is it here. I want to apologize from, my lecturer, from our lecturer, Dr. ROSLEE, Ahmad, and my classmate if anything wrong with me. Okay, my friend will continue, inshallah. Welcome to my friends to continue our presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good days all.